Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do another running video. I'm on a running break right now. I'm a little bit burnt out, but if you wanted to learn, if you wanted to start running but you don't know how, I think I can offer you a little bit of help and a little bit of advice and maybe some things to not do that I have done that you can learn from. So, a little bit about me. I have been running half marathons and a couple of marathons since 2014. I started training in 2013. So my first half was the Disneyland Tinkerbell run in January 2014. I ran that with my cousin and her husband. We were really just looking for an excuse to go to Disney. And actually a YouTuber that I still follow, her content has changed since then, Jen, she used to run Disney runs, and I was like, I want to do that. I'll run a half marathon if I can hang out with Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Donald and all that kind of stuff. So I'll share her content. She's doing more like travel. I think she's still doing like some memory keeping content, but I'll link her below if you like what she has to offer. I suggest giving her a follow. She did do some Disney runs earlier this year and last year. I believe she did the Dopey challenge. I'm not doing that. I mean, I might. Jason said no. But she did that, and you have to go into it with like a completely different mentality. So I'll link her below. You can watch those videos if you like running stuff. And if you like travel stuff too, she did a trip to Italy, a solo trip to Italy. Love that for her. We loved Italy. We didn't go to the same places, but we would have if we had more time. We will be going back. So how many halves have I run now? I don't know. My medals are not here. They are still sitting at Jason's office, locked up in storage from the flood we had last year. So I can't count them, but I'm pretty certain I think it's around 15. I think I've done 15 half marathon races. I think that includes the 3 virtual I did. I think. I don't know. If I can figure it out before I upload this, I will include some text. Maybe I'll get Jason to go count my medals. I don't know. And I have done 2 full marathons. I've run 5Ks, 10Ks. They're not my favorite distances to run. 5Ks are really hard. They're short sprints. 10Ks are just atrocious. I hate them. And if May's watching this right now, she feels me. She is also a fan of the longer distances. Because you can always make time up. In a 5K or a 10K, you absolutely cannot do that. When you start fast, you got to keep fast or die trying. How many halves have I done this year? I did 1 for fun with Andrea, and then I did 1, 2, 3. I've done 3 so far this year, and I will be doing another one at the end of this year. And I've done 110 and 15. Those were like the virtual components of my 3-peat for the Vancouver half. You don't get medals or anything for those, but I did them and I got a sweet backpack. Actually, it's right here. Sweet backpack alert. It's got like 2 pockets here. It's got a front pocket. It's got this pocket with like a laptop sleeve. And then it's got another pocket. with like a little organizer in it. Anyways, I got that for my 3-peat. So that like, it's not a medal, but it's still cool. I am not an elite athlete by any means. My fastest half is 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm on a journey to get a little bit faster. However, I am still dealing with the effects of a car accident from last September. And we've now determined that there is a slight tear in my subscapularis tendon, muscle. I don't know. So I've just kind of had to dial it back because it does, the longer distances and the movement of the shoulder, it gets irritated at usually around 13 or 14K. So we're just rolling with the punches for right now. But if you wanted to start running, I think you can learn a lot from me. Some people they want to start running because it's great cardio to lose weight. That's fine. Totally fine. Just know that if you start moving up into longer distances, like the half marathon and the full marathon and ultra marathon distances, that's not the time to be like losing weight. If it happens, great. But usually it means that you're not fueling enough. You should be aiming to like maintain weight, if not maybe gain like a pound or two, just because you need all of that extra fuel to help your muscles recover from those longer distances. But you won't be doing that right off the get-go. Usually people do not immediately say, I want to start running and I'm going to run 42.2 kilometers in 6 months. If you do, awesome. But the majority of people are not doing that. Also, if you don't fuel enough, you will get injured because you're not giving your muscles that nutrition to recover. Trust me, I have spent more than enough money on physio and massage to know I sometimes don't fuel enough and I cause myself injuries. I also get it from not stretching enough. So also stretch. However, if you want to start running and you want to stay motivated, knowing your why will help you stay on track and not give up necessarily as easily. Running isn't easy for the majority of people. There's some Olympians out there that are probably like, it's not easy. I just have the capability and ability to run a little faster and work really hard to get to that aspect. Most of us are really just looking to be able to run consistently, whatever that means to you. So if you are more willing to tell others about your goals, you could maybe get together with a friend or a group of friends. Maybe somebody you know is already a runner and you're like, can you help me? I just want to like start. Can you keep me company so that I don't give up? If you don't want to tell anyone, that's your prerogative too. Sometimes we find it easier to just go for it. And then once we find that we do like it and we're willing to stick with it, then we're like, look at me, I'm a runner. But you can also join either like a social running club, which usually has shorter and longer distances. Not all clubs are created equal. You might have to go to more than one or two or five to find the right one for you. But usually you will find someone that will stick with you to make sure that you are not left by yourself. Usually. I've had good luck with the running room here in Vancouver. I used to go to the one in Mount Pleasant before they closed, and then transitioned to the one in Kitsilano. I now train and run socially with the Striders Run Club, and they are based out of the Olympic Village. Robbie was my coach at the running room. He's great. He knows when to push me and when I'm BSing and I just need a swift kick in the butt. And I have never been left behind, ever. Someone has always, and I've like told people to go ahead, I'm fine, especially when I was like recovering from shin splints. I'm like, just go ahead, it's fine. I'm totally okay by myself for the next couple of kilometers. I will see you in like 15 minutes, because I was at that point running over 7 minute kilometers. Trust me when I say, and when I'm filming this right now, I am burnt out. Like I have been training consistently since the summer of 2020. I haven't really taken a break per se. I've said that I'm going to take a break, but then I kept signing up to do like virtual races, because in 2020 and 2021 they weren't in person until October of 2021, when I did my first in person in a couple of years. I have no desire to go and run right now, but I know that that's from overtraining, and that last half that I did, the Vancouver half, which I can link here because I think that's going up before this one. That was rough. It was just rough on my body. Did not enjoy it. I've had some health issues that I've been trying to figure out. So I haven't really been, I'm not in the headspace. I'm still going out and doing like social runs and just like running for fun and giving myself no pressure. But I also have been at this for a long time, and I know that it's okay to take that break. And I know that as soon as I start getting jealous of people running, I will know that I am ready. But if you know your why to start, I think you will find that you'll find that there's more success because you have a reason. So if I think back to 2013 when I started running again, I had a friend who had he went in for a simple knee day surgery. He went in, he was discharged the same day, and he was just told to rest for a few days and everything would be okay, and then he'd be back on his feet. And that is absolutely not what happened. That surgery went horribly awry. He had to go back in. But honestly, sepsis, I think. There was an infection in his knee, required additional surgery. It was rough going. It was rough going. But after he went through that, he decided, I think that was in 2011 or 2012. And then he decided, as a business owner of his company, as he was recovering and starting to try to run again, he did the corporate sun run, and we did that together. So do we constantly make bets? That I usually lose. So I don't know why I keep doing this, but I mean, better to make bets with him than to like go to the casino, I guess. So if you want to start, number one, don't worry about your pace. Just go at the door, jog, walk, mainly walk with little spurts of jogs, or sprints, whatever that means to you. But don't go too fast or too hard in the beginning, because you will hurt yourself. even me right now with the break, I will have to ease back into running. I have had shin splints before, and I do not want them again. So I will need to ease back in, slower paces, shorter distances, and then work my way back up, because I don't want to overload my muscles. And you don't want to do that when you are just starting, because you will have to stop and you will feel defeated, and then you won't want to do it anymore. So don't worry about your pace at all. Just start. Try a kilometer of run, walk, jog, walk with a little bit of jog. Whatever you want to do, just go outside and try. Number 2, and this goes hand in hand with the first one, is walking is okay. If somebody tells you that you are not a runner because you take walk breaks, you should probably not be friends with that person anymore. Running with break, whether you're running straight or you are running and you are taking walk breaks, you are still running. Therefore, you are still a runner. I will die on this hill. I promise you. So take walk breaks. If you wanted to follow a plan, like through Nike or I think Garmin has plans as well. They'll do like run 1 minute, walk 1 minute. Run 3 minutes, walk 30 seconds or a minute or something to just kind of like get you into it. Number 3, set small achievable goals and then reward yourself for hitting those goals. So you can make your first goal to be, I want to run a kilometer, or I want to get from running 1 minute, walking 1 minute to running 5 minutes and walking 30 seconds or 45 seconds or 60 seconds. And I want to do that like 4 times. Whatever small goal means to you, do it and reward yourself, and then set another goal based on your previous goal and like work your way up to whether you eventually want to run a 5K, a 10K, an 8K, or if you just want to run for like 30 minutes without stopping, like that. Work your way, set yourself a large goal and then give yourself the little small goals to get you to that big goal. Works for me. I don't do it anymore per se because I'm already kind of in the mindset, but if I do PR, I will treat myself to a new piece of clothing. So whether that's like getting a new pair of pants from Lululemon or getting another pair of shoes. I mean, obviously I need multiple pairs of shoes, but I might treat myself to a new pair of like gym shoes, or I might get a backup pair of shoes or something just to like celebrate achieving the milestone. On the note of shoes, number 4, go to a running store and get fitted for a pair of shoes. It usually doesn't cost anything, in my experience anyway. But you get somebody, so you bring in your current shoes that you like walk in, and they kind of see how your shoes wear and how your feet kind of hit the ground. And usually they can tell if you are like more of a neutral stance or you're a pronator and you need some stability. They will help you with that. And then you'll try on different shoes in the store, and they might have a treadmill in the store that you can run on, or you can run around in the store, or sometimes they'll let you go outside if the weather is nice and like run up and down the street. Or you can buy shoes and take them home if you have a treadmill. I live in a condo building, so I have a treadmill downstairs. you can try them, and then if, so long as they're not used outside, if they don't work for your feet, then you take them back and you either return them or you exchange them. I've done that on several occasions. I bring them home. I'll do a couple different types of runs on the treadmill, and then I will make a decision if I like the shoe or not. Because even though I've been running a while, I don't necessarily wear the same shoe year to year. Models change, things change. Sometimes they just don't work for your feet anymore. And I've now gotten to the point where I can use a neutral shoe for shorter speed work, which kind of helps me strengthen my calf a little bit. But that shoe still has to have a relatively decent heel drop. I get it cleared by physio, but your local running store, like, you should take their advice for like your first couple pairs of shoes, and then as you run a little bit more, you'll kind of see which shoes do work best for you. Number 5, for the love of all mankind, please do not run every day. You might be inspired by people that are doing like run streaks online, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Run streaks are not for everybody. My body needs rest. I usually need at least 2 days off a week from running. My muscles don't recover like that. Other people can totally get away with it, and that is like, I love that for them. Super inspiring, but I can't do it. Don't feel pressured to run every day. Running every day doesn't make you a better runner. Resting and letting your muscles recover makes you a better runner. So I just want you to remember that no matter what your pace is, it doesn't matter. I've had a hard time with this in the past, and Derek kind of drilled into me that if you run slower, you're able to push harder on your interval sets, your sprint work, your shorter distances. Like, running slower does make you faster. You don't need to like immediately be running a 20-minute 5K. I'm not even there yet. I don't think I will ever be there. I don't have those muscles. I'm hoping to get this year to a 26-minute 5K, but we'll see. That will depend on how long it takes to strengthen this little shoulder of mine. You also need to know there's a difference between pushing through like the mental pain versus physical pain. If something hurts muscular wise, stop. Just running through it will only cause you more problems. Trust me. I've spent thousands on physio, and I would really like for you to not have to do that. Running won't always, it's not linear. It is for some people, but for the majority of us, it is not linear. I don't know how many people that first race in February that most people did, because that was like the first big race. That was the first race back in Vancouver since that race in February of 2020, which I couldn't do because I had like weddings and I was out of town for work, and then I did a vacation right before the pandemic. So like I didn't get to run that, but that was the last race the majority of people did. So you're talking, people were excited, and we were all like, yeah, this is going to be great. It's going to be like we're running off of adrenaline, and we've been training now, and it feels nice to be back in a training cycle and like be working towards something that's not a virtual run. And so many people were like, that was the worst race of my life. I think we all set like pretty high expectations for ourselves, and it just didn't work. And that happens all the time. Training is not linear. You are going to have some great days, and then you are going to have some very bad days on days that that should feel easy. I can have a great like speed session on a Tuesday, an okay session on Friday, and then I can go for my super slow chill run on Sunday, and it be like the hardest thing in the world. And that's when I'm running the slowest. It doesn't always make sense, but sometimes our muscles just are not in it. So you need to know the difference between pushing mentally and pushing physically. If something physically hurts, stop. Roll it out, stretch it out, walk it out, maybe take an extra day off, and maybe dial back the pace. You might just be going too fast. It might be too much, too fast for you. So pain is subjective, and you will kind of get to know your body more and more as time goes on. But if something initially hurts physically, stop. And if you have a physio, go see them. They will happily assess you. Physios will do running assessments to like make sure that your form is okay. Do whatever it takes, but don't push through something physical, especially if you're just starting out. Let it go. Just stop. Let it go. So I think that's all I have for you if you're going to start running. If you are here in Vancouver and you wanted to try a running group just to kind of see what it's like, you can come join us through Striders. The social runs are Thursday evenings at 6:30 in the Olympic Village near Tap and Barrel, and Sunday mornings at 8:30. Same spot. There's an early morning crew on Fridays when the days are longer, and we meet at 6:30. Same spot in the village near Tap and Barrel. We'd love to have you. There is something there. Aaron comes with us on Fridays, and this dude usually runs like a 4-minute kilometer pace. Okay, so like 4:30, but he's fast. And he runs with us, and we're running like a 6:30 pace just based on the group that is usually there. I'm happy to run a 7-minute kilometer. I don't care. I'm really just in it for the coffee and the muffin. So if you wanted to come and check us out, you can. I don't get anything for it. Not affiliated. Just love them. Love my crew. Everyone is so nice and so kind. There's also the Ice Cream Donut Run Club. Ice cream in the summer, donuts in the fall and the winter. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook. Striders, you can find, they've got their website, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'll include links to both of those clubs below. There's also, of course, the running room. I know Lululemon does one, but I haven't been there. There's other run clubs, but they're a little too fast for me, so it just doesn't work. That is all I have. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, do that so you get all the video things. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.